Hello everyone, it's your boy Minatsu here, and I'm bringing you back with another Dokkan video. So today, actually it's been in the data for some time, but today I want to cover what I believe will be the 7th anniversary quote-unquote mechanics. I don't think it's like necessarily like a true new mechanic thing, like, active skills or something that's like, revival kind of in a sense, right? But I think it's closer to like revivals and just like active skills or something in a sense. We're gonna kind of talk about it today. Along with that, there's actually another thing which is changes to leader skills. Again, no one's been really talking about this stuff, so I feel like it's best for me to go ahead and kind of talk about it. I talked with like UD Merged, for example, Proton 1MG, I was Proton 01MG. If you guys don't know who those are, they're very cool people. And then Rick posted something today too. So let's go ahead and cover it here today. First and foremost, we see right here. There's a thing, leader skill sets and leader skills. So essentially, this is leader skill sets is how passives are kind of written in the database. So essentially, leader skills used to be more simple in the database, right? Just literally the HP, attack, and defense, and that's it. No extra no like crit chance, no like new key, well, not necessarily new key, no like crit chance, rainbow orb changing, guard, evasion, all that stuff. Used to not be able to actually put in the leader skills, right? Just because it used to be more simple, right? However, in the recent 5.1.0 update, I believe that happened earlier in January this month, we saw that there was a change to this in the database. Essentially, they made it so that leader skills are, again, like I said, more written like passive skills in the database. What that means is that now leader skills can introduce things such as critical hit chance, evasion, guarding, orb changing, all these passive effects that are on passive skills that aren't just attack and defense are now able to be introduced on leader skills. Even think of like 10% attack and defense for each turn that passes, something like that, right? That can now be added in leader skills. More complex leader skills is basically what's going on. Maybe healing and stuff like that. And to give you a few examples, I did go ahead and kind of make a thread talking about this on Twitter. Essentially, to me, it's probably the most interesting thing coming out of the anniversary, because I feel like this is truly going to be in the anniversary with the new leaders. This is going to be a game changer, right? Because leader skills have not been updated since Blue Gogeta and Physical Dragon Ball Super Broly, which they're the first units that introduced the dual leader skills. They came out in like 2018, if I'm not mistaken, because 2019 we had the Goku and Vegeta, 2020 we had the Pikkon and Janemba, and then 2021 we had the Goku and Kid Buu. So yeah, it's been quite some time since we've seen some leader skill changes, and even then, if we're talking about the category meta in general, there hasn't been really any change since Gogeta and Omega, right? It's just always been category leaders, and I don't think that category leader meta is going to change or anything. But again, I think that there are going to be some interesting developments here. So let's go ahead and talk about some ideas I kind of thought of, and Annie as well. He thought of something. Essentially, like it could be stuff like say like X category allies and X category allies attack and defense, HP attack and defense plus like 150%, and then maybe if they're in both categories, they get an extra 30% stats. Maybe like an effect where it's like all allies get guard again when HP is 50% or less, could be interesting. Maybe key 1 to category allies per key sphere. Maybe they don't give as much key on the leader skill, but they give you this key per orb mechanic for all your characters. Maybe like all allies in the third slot get a high chance to evade. Would be pretty cool, something like that. And then Annie brought us something like 150% to stats to the category, and then every turn they get an additional 5% stats up to 30%. Maybe it's like a good for long events. Maybe something for like short events, the opposite, where the first like 2 turns you get like 180% HP attack and defense, and then after that you lose like 30% after those first 3 turns. Maybe something for like super battle kind of things, like similar to how some support memories work. Something like that could be interesting. Maybe like, again, like I said, like medium chance to stun all enemies with each character collects 4 key spheres would be pretty interesting, right? I know that Tofu right here, the boy Tofu, he brought up something like, imagine if they recover 2% HP per ally of a specific category on the team at the start of turn. So say that you have like a full transformation boost team or a full Imagine Power team, right? And then at the start of each turn, you heal an additional 14% HP. Something like that could be insane. Like, again, like I said, for an LR Kid Buu. Actually making the leader skill feature right now, right? Yeah, I mean, stuff like this could be very interesting for the game. There's like, I feel like there's so much ways that could, with this update, I feel like there's so many ways they could kind of tinker with the game, make things more interesting. And especially, okay, so one thing I want to point out as well, this is going a little off tangent, but we did get this guy. If I go to him, we got the AGL Dokkan Fish Trunks, right? And again, his design is really odd, right? This guy specifically right here, because you can't get him transforming to turn 5, but there's literally no event where you could lower attack, lower defense that far. Well, I guess I shouldn't say that, but or you know, have this target enemy stunned or sealed. You know, high chance to stun detect enemy for 2 turns right here. He stuns and seals when he transforms, but he can't get that till turn 5, right? It's very, very, very odd that a character like this, you can't use him to his full ability, right? And the pre-transformation one is better than the post-transformation one. And it's not like they don't know that super battle and stuff works like that. Like, they obviously know. They designed the game. They watch YouTube videos and stuff like that. They watch from afar, and I'm sure that they know 100% that that's kind of what's going on there. I wonder if that new I think it's the Red Zone, that new event that's coming, if there's like, they possibly could be debuffed or something like that, right? Like, that could be interesting for this guy, and then it could be interesting for these leader skills as well. Like, again, if they add, like, you know, like more so like stunning or guarding or, you know, debuffing attack, something like that. If they add stuff like that, again, it could make sense for, again, that event and this Trunks maybe. We could see those new events kind of influence this Trunks. So it would be pretty cool. Second off, we do have this right here. So essentially, this is also something that was in the 5.1.0 update. It's essentially this empty table that was in the database. It seems to be tied to an animation with the passive skill, maybe OC playing. He does not for sure, obviously. We won't know until we see the new units, right? But I think what this is going to be is, like, essentially, if you guys know, like, the instant, like, transformations that, like, Ribrianne and the same Gohan had, something like that, maybe, like, not necessarily a transformation, but instead it's like the animation just plays, right? And maybe they get a power-up or something. Like, this happens when a certain part of the passive skill is activated, right? So, again, maybe, like, units that have a high chance to guard, they play an animation when their high chance to guard goes off. Maybe when a unit gets their crit chance, high chance, not that necessarily, I'm not sure if that would activate starter turn actually, but like maybe a unit that has like chance for damage reduction, like B-Pan or something like that, right? Something like that, like where there's chances and stuff you don't see at the start of turn. Like maybe, you know, like, you know, Supreme Kai Time, right? She has the chance to give the additional support passive buff. Maybe an animation for something like that. I know, I think Zed brought up something interesting, right? Yeah, there he is. He said something like, I mean, we'll see, right? But like you say, imagine 4 turns on animation place, you get a boost when guard is active, when you are below X XP, like Blue Cow can. I think what this could be is this right here, right? So this section specifically in the trailer, where this animation is playing, this, I feel like this might be too long for an Ancient Key super attack, especially the Super Saiyan 4 version, right? No, I think it could be still the 18 key super attack right here, right? But, like, these guys are just standing here, right? It feels like, to me, it's possible. It's very possible that this could be what that is. Maybe a certain part of their passive skill activates, and these animations play. It makes a lot of sense, right? I think that would be really cool, and it would make sense based on how the animations look, right? It just looks like them powering up, not really... again, they could be powering, but then they could do like a major, massive, like, you know, the Dragon Fist and Final Shine attack that we know they're gonna have. Something like that could be interesting too. But we'll have to wait and see again. We don't know what they're gonna do with this. They've been very good at hiding this stuff. That I will say that for sure, because we have to dig into this to find it. But we're gonna find out definitely by the live stream again tomorrow. Again, I'll say it again. We're gonna be streaming the live stream at 5-9 Gaming. I'll be there. So we'll like Truth, Goresh, everyone like that, Sunblade, Negan should be there as well, stuff like that. So feel free to hop in. But yeah, that's the video. Thank you all for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace out.